For today's teardown, or at least partial teardown, this. So it was almost free on eBay with inexpensive domestic shipping. So I had to take it. We have here a very old V2000 video cassette recorder. So this video cassette format is an early competitor of VHS and was invented by Philips, it seems. And surely enough, even if the brand of this thing is Radiola, it is not written anywhere, it is very Philipsy inside. So Video 2000 did only exist in Europa, and not for a very long time, obviously, because it did not succeed against VHS. But it had some cool features as double-sided tapes and nice still pictures viewing capabilities, apparently. So sadly for now I have no tape to test completely this video cassette recorder, but it seems to be more or less working, well, at least alive. It was sold as not working, but I do not see any major issues so far. So I am not sure if you will see on camera, but here we have the clock. And one strange thing, in fact, when you cut the power, what happens after you power it again, it will actually remind the time the power was cut, but it will not keep the time. Here we have recording program management panel, missing obviously a little door, sadly, with one broken hinge also. Channel selector here, your regular tape controls here, and this might be some kind of picture controls. Tape counter here, and eject and power switch. So one strange thing. First I will power it on. So sometimes apparently it has a problem and the controls will freeze. But now I can reset the counter, I can eject. As you can see, very delicate tape door. I will do it another time. Okay. Inside here you can see already the tape, tape drum. Let me zoom a little bit for you. So apparently Video 2000 had a very complicated tape drive, and this thing is 17 kilos. So really heavy piece of equipment here. The side pieces in here are actually this whole tape tray is actually in die-cast metal. And something weird, I believe, last time it was working, at least, to press play, yes, and be able to read a tape without a tape inside. Quite interesting. Not sure if it is a feature or a bug. And as you can see, the counter is spinning quite fast. I wonder what is the exact purpose of a so fast counter. I can stop. I can fast forward. The only thing I cannot do is to record, because apparently the record protection is working without a tape. So let me show you the mechanism. Actually, I will show you another time when the device will be opened, because here we do not see a lot. Okay, never mind. So all this thing is made. You can hear a very nice noise. We have a very heavy plastic case with a frame here with all the components screwed on it. Here we have what seems to be almost an add-on. It is the infrared remote receiver. A really huge box sticking out of the device. At the bottom we have a big metal cover that when you unscrew it, it will also release the top cover. So it is not super convenient for repair, apparently. Let me show you the connectors at the back. It is so old we do not have a SCART plug. Apparently it is from 1982 or something like this. So let me show you something. So we have just our channel selector, antenna in and out, and it is working. The video modulator. I managed to have a black screen on the TV, but without a tape it seems I cannot do anything else. Obviously there is no on-screen display on such an old device. Here venting holes for the monstrous electronics inside. Some kind of AV plug here for most probably video camera or video game, something like this. Big heatsink here also in aluminium on the back. It is already hot. And some kind of an extra plug here, auxiliary it is called. And some kind of attachment points here, so probably you could attach something else on this thing. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Either connector here for the optional equipment, and of course all at the right your mains input. So let me try to reinstall this, and a little zoom for you on the serial number. Yes, made by Radiola, but as I said, seems to be Philips components almost completely. Made in France. Serial number 180570318. Given for 65 watts. Okay. Now I will show you the bottom side. So on the bottom side, big metal cover attached with slotted screws. It is interesting. In fact, we have a mix of different kind of screws in this thing. It is quite amazing. It is a steel plate. So it will give you access to the motherboard and some parts of the mechanics, but the actual motherboard has all the other boards on it and cannot be lifted for easy repair under it. And look what we have here. It looks like we have, yes, actually that code in the plastic of 1982. Very heavy, probably glass fiber reinforced plastics. Okay, now I will undo the bottom cover. So just 5 screws, extra long slotted screws, with the middle one which is in brass for grounding probably. The other ones are, excuse me, I am perfectly out of the frame, but the other ones are just rusty steel screws. So this one is in brass, spare no expense, and extra long, as you can see, not far from 10 centimeters, something like this, because it is attaching other parts inside. The feet are original ones, white plastic feet. It is quite rare to have all the original fits on an old device like this. As I said, the screws are screwed in fact in the top cover part. That's why they are so long. Okay. This one is not one to come so easily. Maybe because the device is not flat. Here we are. So, what do we have? Excuse me. The remote control box will remain attached here on the top. Well, more or less. And here is what we have. So just a big metal plate here. And obviously main board with all the Dover boards on it for the electronics. Here we have a V-tape drive with a lot of motors, it seems. Very Philipsy connectors. We'll have a better look at it. And then our power supply. So before I set this device flat and we remove the top cover, we will take the opportunity to have a look, first a detailed look in here, I guess. So we will start with the power supply, very old school electrolytic capacitors, as you can see, including the famous blue Philips ones. Lot of steel everywhere. Very chunky transformer here, probably quite heavy, with a lot of copper wire. Back here, can you see it? Yes. Here, very thick copper wire. This grey wire might be the main input, on more capacitors here. We will have a better look at this power supply from the other side. Here some grounding for the cover also. So here our main board with obviously card connectors for all the cards on it. A few bodge wires. Here. Apart from this, the solder seems to be quite nice. I do not see any major problem with the solders. Here is our grounding, other grounding, it is here for the cover. Some very old school color stripes capacitor. And here we have the mechanism. So a lot of motors and solenoids, it seems. I see at least already 4 motors. Here our very typically Philips connectors. There are, you can see the same ones in the teardown of a Philips CD drive. I made a shielded box here, and as you can expect, a lot of wires everywhere. Shielded wires here without an external sleeve. It is quite interesting. And more motors, but we cannot see a lot more, and we cannot obviously, in fact, remove this PCB. There is no access. There is a metal frame all around, but there is no access to it to be able to remove it and flip it out of the way and access the other side. Why? Because all the cards are attached to it. Okay, so now I will put it flat and I will remove the top cover. So when the screws on the bottom are undone, removing the top cover is just a matter of sliding it backwards and unclipping it from the front. Putting it back in place is a little bit more difficult because you have to reinsert correctly the guides for the tape drive. Okay, so, well, more exactly for the tape door, here is a first look inside. As you can see, the other side of our big power supply, the first bunch of cards, the enormous tape drive, and other bunch of cards. So before I go any further, I will put the camera on the mount, or maybe first we will have a look at the front panel here. So as you can see, I said previously, we have a big heatsink at the back, attached this time with posi drive screws, and yes, some power transistors and voltage regulators probably bolted on it. Here you can have a first look at the circuit boards. So they are clipped in place with several things, in fact. Excuse me. We have retainer parts here that will attach them together, and at the same time attach some wires in place. And then we have all at the bottom plastic clips you have to undo that are attached to the connector on the main board. So you have to squeeze them out of the way, and you are able to undo the PCB. Here we have some nice ceramic resistor, and all the PCBs look like that. A really old school. Some of the ICs are socketed, not all, but you can see really old school stuff. And then when you press it back in place, it should just clip back like such. Okay, and this part will secure the cards together a little bit, not so much in fact. So before I put the camera on the vertical mount, we will have a look behind this front panel, just to show you how it is made. Actually, we have 3 screws to undo, and the whole front panel will hinge out of the way. So most probably just control stuff, but buttons on the LED display, but here it is. As you can see, it is interesting. We have a piece of cardboard attached to it for insulating purpose, and a main screw here probably to attach the tape drive, yes, to the frame. Very heavy setup apparently. And yes, a lot of circuit boards to look at. So not sure if we will have on the circuit boards their exact purpose. Here you can see a big IC and a socket. And if I turn this around, other side of the power supply with big blue capacitors, even a big silver one here, our enormous transformer. As I said, it is 17 kilos, so really no lack of materials here. So let me now put the camera on the vertical mount, and we will have a better look inside, and a few a detailed look at some of the PCBs maybe. Okay, so today, by the way, there is a lot of light, so I am not using my bench light. I believe as the camera is quite sensitive, the daylight will be enough. So we will start at this side because it is where I am set up. So as you can see, we use it here. Here actually the 7-segment displays are socketed. So not sure if it is for reaching the correct level or if it is for repair purpose. But this circuit board is not really well secured, it seems. Quite flimsy, but at least yes, everything is socketed. Actually not the other ones here, it seems. So what do we have in here? I did show you already this PCB. The other ones here seems we have a lot of wires in the way, so I will probably not mess with them. I can try to undo this one just to show you what we have. I try not to break anything because I would like to have this device working. I will go at a few flea markets soon and maybe I will find a V2000 tape. So here we have a broken plastic piece. Normally this is clipped in the bottom connector and it will secure the card inside. Actually we have two broken ones. So I will have to fix it and try to figure out how to remove this or secure it more or less to the board before I reinstall. It might be just rubber band or sticky tape or all glue. Not sure yet, but I will have to do something so you can see how old school it is. LM324 4011 here, 4016 here, LM358 and you old school resistors, old school capacitors. Really quite amazing. Then here we have a tape drive which has very conveniently enough a cover over it, and I guess we will not have enough light, so I will be right back. Okay, it should be better. So an overview for you at this PCB in case you did miss it. Oops. Yes, just broken plastic parts. In fact, the VCR had some little bit of shipping damage on the cover parts on the main cover. In fact, these are extra parts that are clipped in place, as you can see, and they did pop out during transit. Nothing broken, but I had to reinstall them, and maybe just these particular pieces did break, or maybe they were broken already. We will never know. So here we will have a better view at the tape drive. So as you can see, yes, I can remove this completely. Big drum with serious die-cast support piece. And what do we have else? Enormous solenoid just here. So it is quite fun because in fact if I turn this drum I cannot see the actual video aids. Usually you have your video aids the video is poking out on the side, but here there is nothing quite well, or maybe the video head is actually steady on one of these things here. It is possible. Looks like we have some kind of speed pickup here. Yes, look at this, we have a little pin here poking out, and probably here an optical sensor. Yes, it must be that. More electromechanical stuff here. So what I can try to do, I will reinstall the missing circuit board, and I will try to power it and show you how the tape drive is working, as it can work without a tape. Okay, so whenever you want to do a long-term repair, never use rubber bands. They are not good for long-term, really not good. But I just want to be able to put back this PCB in place. Maybe. It is quite tedious actually, and I believe repair guys did not love this device, because really it is a pain to work on. Seems extremely complicated, wires everywhere, very annoying slot cards that you cannot see if you are aligned or not. Okay, and extra little bits to reinstall and reconnect everywhere. I hope they did provide a good service documentation, because really this is painful. Okay, so I can now power it on. I must be careful with the mains. There must be mains somewhere here. And already it is doing stuff. So power on, eject, power on, I close. As you can see, and play. Here is what it is doing. So it is quite fun, because I did just see the drone is not turning whatsoever. But considering I do not have a tape, I am not sure it means anything, so yes, probably it is waiting for a tape. Let me try it another time after cutting off the power. And here, meanwhile, I am cutting off the power. You can see we have Allen screws, slotted screw here at the bottom, more posi drive screws, nuts. The only thing I did not see so far is a Torx, because I believe it is too old for Torx. So try another time. No, it's not doing anything, but I need to find a tape in order to be able to test it really. Anyways, okay, unplug the mains. So here you have the tape drive. Not sure how it will show, but here we have the spindle motors. That seems to be very big die-cast metal motor assemblies, but they are almost impossible to reach. Here you have a better view on the wires going to the behind the front panel, and maybe we will be able to reach this infrared receiver and have a better look at it. It looks like it might be secured with the two screws here. So let me try it, because I'm very curious to see why it is so big and what we have inside. So it is totally experimental here. I did never do it before. I did just notice we are missing some plastic clip here. I will try to find one before I install the thing. Oops, so is it? Yes, interestingly enough, look at this. This is just secured like this. One can be unplugged, so I am not even sure if the two screws I didn't do did anything, because I do not see holes for the screws, so apparently not. I will reinstall them immediately before I lose them, and then we will have a look inside this receiver. So very long self-tapping posi drive screws here, black screws this time. We have silver screws, we have brass screws, everything possible. Really interesting. So let me bring this here, and it looks like it is just one screw to undo. And blow them. Very nice. So what do we have? Oh, it is completely shielded, it seems. Yes. But still we can see filter, big lens over the infrared receiver, and some very basic electronics. Maybe I can pop it out of the case. No, it will not come because of the lens. Interesting, and it is completely shielded, as you can see. So quite a nice thing. And of course it will not go back. So I will put this back together and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm repaired and I managed to reinstall this in the box. As you can see, they did how they did make the deal here with a regular plug in a slots in this plastic case to make it a pluggable device. So maybe it was optional, in fact, when the customer had the possibility to purchase extra remote control and extra remote control receiver. Oops, quite interesting. I will find the spot here, excuse me. Where is it? Here, 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 no, here. Oops. Not easy at all to find. Okay. Here we are. So yes, it might be a completely optional item. So we will continue. We did see most of the mechanics. Well, what is possible to reach. Apparently the tape drive is secured with maybe 3 big screws, one here, 2 at the back. Here, all at the back, we have the cans for the antenna modulators and demodulators. And I wonder if, or what more exactly, would happen if I undo the 3 big screws from the tape drive. Let me try this, because I would like to see in more details wall setup, but so long screw should be nice to have only one connector that does unmate when you lift the tape drive, but considering it is Philips, I cannot expect this. While you will say the infrared receiver has one connector that will unmate automatically, but for the tape drive it might not be the same thing. Oh, it is coming off for sure. I need to secure this out of the way by any possible means without making any damage if possible. Not always easy. Okay, and let me try to lift this extra heavy assembly. Okay. And as expected, we have a big loom of wires that will be totally in the way and will prevent me from undoing anything else. As you can see, or not more exactly, but trust me, we have wires here, big loom like that. Oops. Can I even turn this thing out of the way? Yes, they are. So we have connectors here, but sadly no everywhere. The other wires are secured in place, but maybe at least I can try or not, because yes, it is very painful to undo, so not be very possible, sadly, but it was worth a try anyways. Oops, we have is it chewing gum? No. Here, this thing here. Sorry for the framing, but really this thing is gigantic and it is not easy to deal with. So I will try to reinstall this connector here if possible. Could be nice because it might be an important connector for the device to work. Okay, auxiliary one here. Okay, so it is a little bit sad. I cannot do anything else with this. I would love to have a better look at the bottom side, but it would require unrouting all the wires, I believe. On these ones here, the shielded ones, go all the way back here, and I cannot even see where they are connected at the bottom. Let me turn this around. Here, all the screws are on the ground. It is nice. Excuse me. So as you can see, it is really painful to deal with. Yes, also I was saying all these coax wires, probably for the audio video signals, are going here somewhere at the bottom and might not be very easy to reach. But anyways, they are routed here with all the other stuff and really not something I want to bother with. So I will quickly reinstall the 3 big screws for the tape drive, as we are not taking it apart any further because of the wires. And this tape drive alone must be maybe something like 5 kilos or something like this. It is really heavy because it seems it is mainly made of die-cast metal. You can see this wall part here on the top is die-cast, plus a number of motors, solenoids, steel parts everywhere. It is why it is not light at all. So it looks like this screw will not reinstall. I will check this later. So now we will have a look, try to have a look at the other electronics here. So here we have a bunch of circuit boards. As you can see, they come behind the front panel, and any repair will require first removing the front panel out of the way. Let me try to secure this front panel again, which is really annoying because it will not remain in place. Maybe like so actually. You can lift it and then you can secure it like this. So I did not say anything here. Okay, so we have a number of boards with always the same good old analog stuff. Two shielded boxes here, most probably for the audio video aids preamplifiers, I guess. Main wire harness where I am here, coming out from the power supply. I will try to unzoom. So here, the main power supply harness here going somewhere. And yes, it is also, I can try to undo one of those circuit boards for you, but this one seems to be loaded with connectors. So probably not the good one to undo. Here I see a good old delay line. As you can see how they are secured all together with this plastic clip. So I guess I will not bother with them. I would love to undo one of these boxes if it is socketed. It looks like actually it will pull off. But let me try to undo this plastic clip. Like such. So I will undo one of them, not both. Okay. Interesting. Because the cover of the box did come. The cover of the card, but the card is still secured by the same kind of clips on the side. So I have to try to reach them. So this thing is really annoying. Because they did use locking tabs for the circuit boards, but obviously they are still moving quite a lot. It is interesting. As you can see, old school shielded inductors. This some kind of crystal resonator or crystal oscillator, something like this. 4 legs, very old school circuit tracks and soldering work, as you can see. All analog goodness. We have a sticker here for service, maybe a part number, or maybe it was replaced at some point. Okay, I will reinstall this one. Try to at least. Okay. Yeah, perfectly out of the frame also. It's working very well today. This was installed like such. And will not come back in because of wires in the way. Okay. Okay, like this. So you get the idea at least of how tedious it is to work in this thing. I did just notice we have one more circuit board here at the back along the I cannot push it any further. But believe me, we have one more circuit board and the back next to the heatsink. And one last look here to the big power supply. So for some reason they did insulate, but this plastic piece over the transformer to provide some insulation, most probably on the mains part of the power supply, mains side. Yes, must be this. And well, I believe it will be all, because I cannot really do any more teardown without taking the risk of breaking something. As you can see, it is really a complicated device and very heavy, very heavy. So I will try to find a V2000 tape drive tape, and maybe if I find one, there will be a follow-up video with the actual test of the device. V2000 tapes are available on eBay, but they are expensive. They are like 25 euros for the tape and 25 euros for shipping, which is very expensive. Most of them seem to be located in the UK for some reason. But I will have a look anyway, if I find one, maybe in a flea market, or a good deal for one or two on eBay. Obviously I do not need a bunch of tapes, even if I would like to try test the recording feature also. Okay, apart from this, really, this device does not seem to be in too bad condition. It is not extremely dirty inside, almost not at all even. Really, little bit of dust, but for something that old, you could expect something much, much worse. And the mechanism does not seem to be worn out or anything. I did not see any rubber belts, so it is a good thing, because it is one possible failure that is not installed in this device. It would require a little bit of cleaning, but even the heads are not... now I see the heads. Can I show you the heads? They are in fact very tiny here. It will not show on camera, I believe. They are very, very flat and tiny. Let me try to zoom in for you. Sorry if this video is a little bit sketchy, but this thing is really a pain to work with. Okay, here, somewhere, believe me, we have a video head. Oops. Okay, so I will put this part together, and stay tuned for a possible follow-up with a test of a tape. It should be nice if I find one, and I will then be able to figure out if it is really working or not. It was sold as not powering on, but obviously, as you did see, it does power on, and I did not find any problem. So maybe it did repair itself during shipping. Quite weird, but the main issue will be to find the tape. And most probably we have a lot of bad capacitors in this, but there is not a lot more I can do for now, except maybe a little bit of cleaning. And yes, try to reinstall here the missing plastic clip. So, thanks for watching, bye bye.